What's up, everyone, and thanks for coming back, checking out episode 2 of Figures from the Attic. Appreciate you joining me. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. But episode 1, the debut episode, we looked at Kane from Titantron Live Series 10. Today, we're sticking with a big guy, probably bigger than Kane, actually, but from a different line, and a line that I like a lot better. That was Classic Superstars. This guy came out around 2004, I believe, and it's King Kong Bundy. So this King Kong Bundy, straight from my original childhood collection. This is someone that I played with quite often. He was a staple in my Fig Fed. He was my champion. He was the big bad monster heel. And I usually didn't give them their original name in my Fig Fed. I normally came up with my own indie name for them. I took off his black singlet that he came with. Originally, there was a soft goods singlet on here, which is long since gone, unfortunately. But here he is in all his glory, looking like a big baby, a big baby with a black diaper, black boots. You can see the socks kind of peeking out over the boots. And most notably, this guy has quite a few battle scars right there on his head. Kind of got an Abdullah the Butcher thing going on. You can also see the remnants of the red marker I would use to simulate blood, whenever he would get into one of those hardcore brawls in the Fig Fed. But absolutely love the head scan. The grimace, that menacing stare. He's got some great teeth going on there. You can see behind the lips. And just overall, the head looks fantastic. I love this big, bulge of fat in the back of his head. Very accurate, to say the least. And the one thing I didn't like about this particular mold in the Classic Superstars Jakks line was the arms. The arms, for some reason, this one's not as bad as some of the others, but sometimes they would be hard to move. But this guy's not too bad. That's probably why I made him a staple in my Fig Fed. Now that I'm thinking about it, is because the arms aren't bad. There are other ones that have a similar build to this that were very hard to move. But this guy, not so much. And in general, I think he has more movement in his legs than even that Kane did from the first episode I showed you guys. But yeah, this is a much better line than the Titantron Live. Much more playable, but not as toyetic as Kane, obviously. He's just pretty bare bones, especially without the singlet. Kind of what you see is what you get. Not a lot of frills going on, but hey, that's King Kong Bundy. He wasn't very flashy, just a big guy that can beat your butt. But that's King Kong Bundy. Overall, I'd give him a rating of maybe, as it stands right now without the singlet, probably a 5 out of 10. There's not a lot going on here. So I wouldn't call it as eye-catching as that Kane that I reviewed originally. But with the singlet, I would say maybe 5.5, kind of slightly bumps it up a little bit. Solid figure overall. And that does it for today's video. We'll see what we do next time. Right out of this bin, we're going to review all of them. So stick with us.